the school, like I said, really thrives on a student's personality and guides them and shows you not just, hey, this is a school, but this is life, this is the world, and they just want to embrace it and talk about it and teach it. It's really beautiful.
I'm Glenn Herbert, and I'm an editor with Our Kids. We're speaking with insiders from Canada's leading private schools to gain insights into their programs, culture, traditions, and leadership. This includes insights from parents, alumni, and administrators. This is the Our Kids Insider Perspective.
So when I first went into North Star Academy, I was a very confident girl, but I was super shy about it. And when I went in, I had a medical issue that I had to deal with, and I had to have surgery with it. So I went in a little worried because high school, it's your first year. What's going to happen? Are they going to care? Are they not? Plus, you meet so many people and they tell you these horror stories about high school, and you start freaking out a little. You're like, oh my God. But when I went in and just visited the school, I felt very comfortable. There was something about it. I can't pinpoint what it is, but there was something about it. I was really comfortable and I was really happy. The principal, Madame José Pepin, was super welcoming, and the teachers were very welcoming as well. So when I went in my first year, they saw that I was really nervous, and the teachers just ran to me. They're like, come with me. I will come with you. I will take you to your class. And they really took care of me throughout the way. And obviously after that, I just blossomed and I went through a lot in that school, very positive things, but they really do care about you, and they will treat every individual like a queen and king. And it's very sweet of them. They really do care and they will do their best. And considering that it's a small school, you kind of expect that. You kind of think in your head, okay, it's a small school, they have to care about each and every single child. They don't have 10 classrooms of that same grade. And truly they embrace the fact that they are a small school, and that's a good thing. Never think of it as a bad thing. So they really do embrace that, and I'm really happy about that. Considering the fact that it's a small school, the school is like a family. We were in, I guess I could say Sec 5 or grade 11, and we knew grade 7s, and everyone was a family. Everyone knew how to talk to each other. Everyone knew how to communicate. If you'd go into the cafeteria, people would be with each other and just sit with different classes. You go in the gym and there's 16-year-olds playing with 11-year-olds, teaching them basketball, teaching them soccer. It's very family-like. And one thing that really personally helped me and helped a lot of students is that they really focused on every student, every personality, everything that we wanted. So if we had an idea, hey, Madame Pepin or this teacher, I want to do this, I want to embrace this, I saw this competition, I saw this, can we try it? They would never hesitate to say, you know what, let's try it out, let's do this. And they would. There were so many activities that some students who, let's say, were athletic, they got to do this. If you were someone who's like science more, you would go in this, and so on and so forth. So they really targeted many areas, which basically embraced different parts of every student, and students really thrived in multiple of these parts. There was someone like me, for example, who not only liked sports, but I also was very into science. So I got to embrace and have fun with those parts. So I really truly think that one thing this school differentiates from other schools is that the students that go in, you will enjoy and embrace so much. You will grow as a person. You will see, I don't like this, it's okay, there's this. I have this teacher who can guide me. I have this student who can guide me. It's really family-like, and it's your true place to grow and to learn. It's very nice, honestly. For sure, there's such a variety, and not just a variety in activities, but you would go in, you would see students culture-wise or religion-wise or mentality-wise, activity-wise, you really would. And you would connect not only with your friends and other classmates, but with the teachers as well. The teachers loved us like we were their own children. And it wasn't just, okay, she's a student or he's a student and this is a teacher or this is the principal. It was, there obviously were boundaries, as there should be and as there would be anywhere else, but there was a connection and a relationship that I truly doubt you can find anywhere else. I would say brave, outgoing, and smart. When I mean brave, it's they're not afraid to welcome anyone in. They're not afraid to tackle a subject, tackle an issue, or talk about something. There were, unfortunately, we live in a world where there's so many issues, and a lot of us were confused. A lot of us wanted answers. A lot of us, some people don't have homes where they can talk to it about it. So you go to school and you're okay with that. So the school really embraced the world. It really did. And like I mentioned before, we had so many different activities that we can just embrace and go through. We had there was something called WEG, which was Wildlife Environmental Group. We would go out into nature and clean up. We would go out into the forest, go on a canoe, and go on somewhere to really just enjoy life. So that's for outgoing, because we just went out. We went out. We not only were studious students, but we enjoyed life, and we went out and we explored life, which guided a lot of students to say, oh, I don't want to study this. I want to do this instead. I want to become a lawyer. I want to do this. I want to do that. So the school, like I said, really thrives on a student's personality and guides them and shows you not just, hey, this is a school, but this is life. This is the world. And they just want to embrace it and talk about it and teach it. It's really beautiful. Because there were so many activities and so many things to do, whether it was academics, science fair, we had a lot of competitions. So we do public speaking at school, you go through the competitions, and then you would go to the Quebec annual public speaking, which I won first place. But there was so much to do, and they really focused on, okay, if it was science fair, yes, obviously you would have to do it in your own classroom, and then you would go into the gym and put all of it. But during that time, you got to see everyone else's science fair. So I would see, let's say, grade 7 while I was in grade 9, and we'd communicate and be like, oh my God, I like science, or you should do this or do that. So everyone knew everyone. There was also the student council, for example, which some of us were president, some of us were vice president. And student council at that was a great place for people to voice, hey, I'm in grade 8, this is what my class wants. And from that on, we understood and we got to communicate and connect with everyone, say, okay, good, you're my grade 8 connector. I'll come see you whenever this happens. So there, I'm repeating the same point, but there was so much that you just saw everyone, you communicated with everyone. There'd be lunchtime and we'd all just sit with each other and have fun. There'd be pool, there'd be gym and the sports, which I know for, let's say, a lot of guys, even females, if you were shy, you'd go to the gym, there's soccer, go ahead, have fun. The teacher would throw you a ball and say, go for it, shoot. And just like that, we're kids. We're not gonna sit there and have just conversation and the basic talk of, hi, how are you? What's your favorite color? It's throwing you in and it happens. And that's honestly how a lot of friendships happen. You'd be in the gym, you'd be in the classroom, you'd be walking around the hallways, or this person would say, hey, I saw your speech, I saw your science fair, I really liked it. So the activities really brought you together, because when you study, it's just your class, and your class, you're in there. But even in there, you're all together and you have fun with your teacher. There's no big classrooms and multiple students where you kind of feel overwhelmed, like, oh my God, am I gonna have a friend here? Am I gonna understand here? Or social anxiety or whatever people deal with. It's the smallness and the tightness of the school is what really connects everyone together. I would say individuality. They really valued that. And because, like I said, their main focus obviously is the students, education and so on and so forth, but they knew that each student is a different individual. Not each student can progress the same way. Not each student is the same person or is the same way. So they really focused on how each student wants to go about certain things. And if the student struggled, I'm going to help them this way. And they really created a safe, fun environment where we had no shame in asking a teacher, hey, sir, miss, I'm sorry, but this is something I struggle with. Can you help me? And teachers would dedicate hours of their precious free time to sit with students and just help them. And a lot of times, if you had your own personal issues, whether you're at home or just something that's going on in your head, they would be there for you as well. And so it's individuality for sure. They really focus on you. They take care of each and every single one of you, and they embrace every single person. They're perfectly fine with whatever idea you have coming up. They embraced everyone's ideas. They embraced everyone's personality, saying, hey, this is what I want to do. I don't have the tools for it. So what can we do? So we all came together. And up until now, it's still there. It's called NSA Gives Back, and it's still there till this day. It's been years, but we go all the time, downtown or whatever the school chooses, and we help a lot of people. And up until this day, they still sit with you. Really grow as an individual at that place in many different ways, not just, hey, activities, but also I got into a fight with a friend, or I'm struggling here, or I did something stupid, I don't know how to fix it. You make mistakes, but you learn and you grow. So that's something the school really, like I said, individuality, and you grow and you come out as a different person. The outcome. I don't think people expect obviously you can go into school and you expect a good educational outcome, and you expect your students and your kids to thrive and go on to college, university, and all that. But the outcome from that school, it's not solely educational purposes, even though we thrive educationally and academically, but growth wise, your child's personality wise, your child's mindset, your child figuring out what they want to do, how they want to do it, their friendships, and honestly just growth as a person. You wouldn't expect that because it's a school, you don't expect it. But I'm pretty sure parents would be really happy seeing that their child goes in there and they see different people, they meet different people, different personalities, mindsets, different teachers, and they know how to deal with certain situations and they truly grow. It's hard, it's tough, it's obviously not the easiest thing in the world, but you have a great outcome for it, and academically plus your CV later on is great. It's my same answer over and over again, because that's truly something the school for me really made a difference. I put myself out there so easily, and I figured out what I liked, I figured out what I wanted, I asked, I communicated, I put it out there, and I became a whole different person. And I'm super happy with so many of the experiences, because that school, I experienced so much with it, not just academically or activities or competitions and contests and so on and so forth, but with friendships and with teachers, and just being at that school, you truly go in learning every single day something that doesn't even have to be in the books or something given to you, but you go in and you learn. It truly made me someone that I am today. Unfortunately, I'm not in contact with anyone from high school anymore. We all went our separate ways, but I'll never forget the memories we had in class. Obviously, we all have our ups and downs. We're humans, we're all growing and changing, but I'll never forget us sitting there and just, hey, I'm having a bad day, or hey, this is a good day. And we're just having fun in class and we're learning. It's not just fooling around and not learning. We're learning and we're having fun. And we take a little break and we talk about something, and I'm like, oh my God, we should do this competition. Oh my God, we should do this. Hey, you're in student council. Can you do this for me? It's constantly moving, constantly thinking, constantly growing. And I'll never forget what that school did for me. Honestly, I became a whole new person thanks to them. And I always had confidence. I just never knew how to show off my confidence or how to hold it and have it on. But as soon as I went to that school, I thrived. See, that's the thing. It's that everyone's different. Everyone's human. Wherever you go, I can go to a different school right now. I can go to a different establishment right now, and something will bother me. I will not like something. But if I go into, like in the school, I might like something, someone else might like it, and so on. So it's everywhere you go, you will not like something. It's how you deal with the situation. It's how, like, your personality and your mindset going in, how you go on with it. You're going to go in, it's life, it's school. The school can't control every little thing that's happening. The school can't hold your hand for 5 years while they're taking care of 10,000 other things. It's your own job to take care of yourself, to deal with it. Obviously, if it's a very serious matter, the school will obviously handle it, and you're more than welcome to talk to a teacher, guidance counselor, or whatever to help you. But for this question, people need to realize that, yes, obviously there's some stuff I wish were done differently or have been done differently. One coming to my head is that I wish I was a different person, but that to me means growth. That means that right now, the person that I am now is exactly where I want to be, and I just continue to grow more and more every day. So that just says that the person I was there, yes, was good, but I wish she was better, but that's okay because I was young. I learned, I grew, and that's why I'm here today. So the wherever you go, you're not going to like something. It's how you deal with it, how you grow. The school, it's an amazing place. It's a school. It's not perfect. You have your teachers who are also human, your principal who's also human, your secretary and all that. They do their best. We all do our best. It's how you go into it and the attitude you go into it, because it's the world. The world is not entitled to you. You just have to go live through it. And whatever is something you don't like, that maybe it's something you did or something that happened, a lot of times we don't have answers for it. A lot of times we can't solve it, but take it and do something good with it, because you're not going to like everything in this world. I went in with an open mind, super scared, but they just continue to surprise me, continue to support me, and continue to respect me and give me a lot of love. Obviously, I had to give that same respect and love back. It's not just a one-way street, but that helped. And then obviously as the years go, you kind of like, towards the end of the years, you're like, okay, I really want to graduate. I want to get out of this. I want to move on. But there's still something in you that's, I just want to graduate because I just want to get out of high school. But there's something in you like, no, I don't want to leave. I'm super happy. I'm super comfortable. Because towards the end, like at least the last 2 years, the class that I was in and the teachers, we really built a friendship, a connection. Everyone was there for everyone. And you were really happy. And then now that I'm out, I truly am really grateful, and I've done so much. And it's all that you do in those 5 years, you're going to really thank yourself for it in the future. You're going to learn, you're going to grow, but you look back at those times and you're really happy. You're like, no, I did that. And I thank God I did that, because it made me who I am today. I would say the fact that it's a small school, it's like I mentioned, a lot of people find it a negative, but in this specific situation, it's a very big positive. It's, like I said, very family oriented, we're all very close. You build easy relationship with your teachers, your friends. You'll have friends that are way older than you, friends that are younger than you, but you know people, and your teachers are always there for you, and you don't get lost. So it's just, you're fine in that case. So that's one. The second one is that, like I said, the growth that you experience throughout those 5 years, it's amazing. But for growth, you have to put yourself out there in that situation. You have to get into this club. You have to say, I want this. You have to create relationships. You have to try. It's not sit there and let it come to you. You have to put yourself out there. It takes time. Obviously, you're going to be shy, but it's okay, because the teachers are very welcoming and the students are welcoming as well. So there's that. And I would say also that the teachers and the staff, the secretary, principal, vice principal, and so on and so forth, they will guide you and be there for you. And if your student or your child, needs something specific, or you're kind of confused, or whatever you have, any concerns, they're there for you, and they will listen to you and they will help you. They're not just going to say, yeah, okay, or just email you and talk. They will genuinely take you and your concerns seriously, and they will help you in any way you need. I would say, honestly, weigh it out in multiple different ways. For example, if the school's closer, if the school's not, bus-wise, transport-wise, but mainly focus, as a parent, the main focus is your child. Mainly focus on the fact of what can the school benefit, how can the school benefit my child? And I'm telling you, from someone who went in very confident but super shy, if you could see me now, you wouldn't even think I was the same person. But that's me, because I put in effort. So just take the stuff, like, it's a small school, it's very diverse. Teachers and staff, principal really truly care about your child, and they will listen to your concerns. They will be there for you. The students, no matter where you go, your child's going to make friends, make enemies, struggle here, struggle there, but they're growing at the same time. But that school truly doesn't just focus on a child's education. The education is great. You're going to thrive in education. You're going to work hard, and the teachers are absolutely amazing and very talented and smart in what they do. And they truly, something I forgot to mention, they love to teach. they enjoy teaching. It's not just someone who wants to go into teaching and fell into becoming a teacher. They truly love it. The decision is obviously up to you, and it's whatever you want. But in the school, your child will grow, in not just education wise, but in so many different ways. And I guarantee that by the end of the 5 years, you will not recognize your child again, in a good way, obviously, but your child's going to grow and learn a lot, and they're going to love it. Always, always, always put yourself first in any way in your education. If you say, I want to do this competition, I want to play this sport, I want to do this, I have an idea, I don't know if it's going to work, say it. Go to a teacher, go to your principal, talk about it. You have nothing to lose. There's so many different things. There's something for everyone. And if there isn't something for you, then you will have the opportunity to make something for you, to do something for you, to ask and say, no, this is what I want. Can I do it? Is it possible? Or if you can't at that school, they will guide you in different ways to make that happen for you. But take what you can from it, work on yourself, always put yourself out there and learn from every experience, because trust me, if you don't, you're not going to grow in the way that you want to grow.
For more information about this school, you can visit their profile at ourkids.net.